Hello, everybody. Will the FHE fanboy here again? And yes, if you're guessing, it is VHS update time again. There's only one tape today. Only one tape arrived in the mail, and I almost thought that I wasn't going to get any tapes because when I checked for the mail the first time today, it was all just a bunch of bills for Grandma. But I checked again later on, and fortunately, a package had arrived. And it was one of the tapes that I had ordered recently. It is Epic Days of the Dinosaurs, a Yoram Gross film that FHE, Yoram Gross. It's a Yoram Gross film that FHE released onto video in late 1987, as anybody who has watched my preview tape will undoubtedly have known. They released it in October 1987 alongside Dot and the Whale, yet another Yoram Gross movie. But don't get your hopes up if you're thinking that this is the original edition. It is, in fact, not. I found this out when I got the tape. It is not the original 1987 edition. This is the 1993 reprint. And you sure wouldn't know it if you looked at the box at first, because all over the box you'll see it has the 1984 FHE logo on it. Yeah, you see that? Yeah. Well, except for the top. But there is one way that I could tell before watching the tape that it was from the 90s. Let me get it up to the light here. Hey, you see that? See the live home video logo right there on the spine? Yeah, live home video wasn't a thing until 1992. So that told me right away that it wasn't an 80s copy. I was hoping still that it would have the original FHE logo on there, but it does not. It is plastered with the 1991 paintbrush logo, and it starts off with the FHE Dinosaurs videos promo, which isn't a bad thing. At least I have a tape that has that trailer at the beginning, and I've got a high quality transfer of it now to use in the trailer compilation when I get to the 90s stuff. But I still kind of wished that what I got was the original edition, like my copy of Dot and the Whale is the original. It was printed in 1988. As you will see by the print date here. Let me see, what was the print date? What was the print date? Let me hold it to the light. Let me see that. Let me check the print date. Print date of my copy was December 8th, 1988. So yeah, it is an 88 reprint, but it still has the original master from 87 on it. Just checking to see. I'll get the tape back in there. But anyway, back to this. I just transferred it just now. I decided to make the update video after I transferred the tape this time. And this is a damn good movie, honestly. I didn't think I was going to like this movie as much as I did. Very similar situation to Marco Polo Jr. in that regard. I really enjoyed this. I feel like, and this is without knowing the whole history of this film, I feel like Yoram Gross saw Fantasia and saw the fact that it was an animated film with classical music and had a segment with the dinosaurs in it. And I think he wanted to make his own Fantasia, except whereas Fantasia had multiple segments, it was in kind of an anthology film, and it mostly focused on the visuals and the music to convey the storytelling. I think he wanted to do his own take on Fantasia, but as a fully narrative 3-act structure movie. Like with full dialogue and narration. Well, I shouldn't say full dialogue. The dialogue in this movie is a little sparse, kind of. And it is mostly creatures talking in their own unique language. Or the humans themselves talking. The film is not... The film is not heavy on dialogue, is what I'm trying to say. But I think he made it work pretty well. There was some good action. There was plenty of moments of great storytelling. The music that he used definitely helped to enhance the narrative of the story. I thought it was a really well done movie, and from the copyright date at the end of this, it looks like he made it in 1983. I saw the movie came out in 1984. This was between the third and the fourth Dot film. This came out, I think, after Dot and the Bunny and before Dot and the Koala. And I don't think Dot and the Bunny is one of the better Dot films, honestly. I think of the three that I have seen so far, it is by far the weakest. But to go from Dot the Bunny to this in the span of a year is just awesome to me. It's fantastic that he was able to make something so good after something so mid, in my opinion. But anyway, give you a more detailed look of the box. Let me move it over here so it's in better lighting. There we are. There's the front. Here is the spine. Here's the other spine. There's the top. And here is the back. You guys can pause that and read it if you want to. And all right. And here is the tape. The label's a little ripped right here, but oh well. Doesn't damage it completely. You see, they applied the ink on the label a little thick here. The words and the FHE logo especially are a lot thicker. And there is the film inside. This tape, fortunately, is in standard play, so quality is a lot better than what you would get with a SLP mode tape. There is the bottom, and there is no print date that I can see. And this was apparently something that FHE did not care to update the box or the label with, because you just saw the box had the old FHE branding everywhere, and so does the label. The label is just straight up the 1987 label. It even has the date 1987 on it, and it has the old FHE logo. I really wish that they would updated some of these packages to reflect the current branding, just so it would have made things easier for collectors too, if they had updated the packages to reflect their current branding. It would be able to tell which edition was which. But they probably didn't have collectors in mind when they were making these back in the day, so, you know, it is what it is. But, anywho, that is it for today's VHS update. Got a pretty good movie today. And rest assured, I will definitely make sure that it is uploaded. Maybe around the same time as I come out with the VHS update, because last time I did a VHS update, I waited a few hours to upload the actual tapes for some reason. I guess I just wasn't motivated to do it at the time, but eventually I did get them up around 8 p.m., like a couple hours after I posted the update. I usually post the tapes at the same time as the updates, but yeah, who cares? It's VHS update's over. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.